for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
At Midwest Bank, they want to thank all the generous donors who helped make their 2024 Turkey Drive for Schools a success. Thanks to the generosity, they raised enough money to provide 153 families across 6 different schools in Lincoln with a full Thanksgiving meal. With your support, they made Thanksgiving Day for those families a little brighter. They want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. Hurry, this deal ends soon. See Home Club for details.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's special through December 31st is 30% off on Smithy pans. The Mercado is closed on Christmas Day and New Year's Day, and it wishes you and yours a very happy holidays. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
'Tis the season to raise a little Cane by bringing Raising Cane's hand-battered cook-to-order chicken fingers to your holiday celebration. Spread joy and good cheer with crispy crinkle-cut fries, garlicky buttered Texas toast, and our signature Cane sauce. Make things even merrier with our festive beanies, socks, mugs, and more for everyone on your nice list. And for a little extra holiday spirit, drop a Cane's gift card in their stockings. Happy holidays from Raising Cane's. One love.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Amon Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Amon Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It's Friday.
It sure is Friday. Let me add AD to the stream here. Gentlemen, good morning. I'm sorry that we are getting to the show at 8:35 a.m. That's 100% right hand up in the air on me. That's my fault. Here we are.
Well, what did you say at the end of the show? It's me. Who cares?
I did say I am on the air for another hour and a half. So, here we are. It's different if it was Jake that had to hand it off to us. But here we've been rolling since 6:01 a.m. So we're fine.
Man, Nick, what time did you get to the studio this morning?
5:20.
Yeah, you were rolling, man.
Yeah,
you were rolling.
So that was after the Husker volleyball match last night. By the way.
Oh man, yeah. I don't even know if I know we got to talk about it, but doggone it, man. Yeah, Raff, how's Huntsville?
Great.
Raff, do you miss home? Do you miss Lincoln? Do you miss your second home?
No.
Do you miss
winning? I miss winning.
Raff, it's one match. It certainly stinks.
You're
talking about Denver.
Oh, yeah, you need a score update, Nick?
Yeah, can I get one?
Yeah, I'm going to give you a score update.
He had a rough one last night, man. Raff had a rough one last night.
Raff had a double whammy.
Nick's watching like on a 75-inch screen and asking me for score updates. Thanks, Nick.
It was one on top of the other. It was the Denver Broncos game on the top TV, and it was the Nebraska volleyball game on the bottom TV at the Brewski's establishment that I was at. So, ultimately, I just wanted to make sure that you were seeing the same game that I was. I wanted to make sure it wasn't tape delay or something.
Yes, Nick is really mean to me, everyone.
Raff, okay, I'm not. We'll dig into it later, but I think Nick forgot that you had a double whammy last night. It was a rough. That was a rough one for the Broncos. It was a rough one for Nebraska last night. Nick, let me ask you this though, bro. You're up early.
Yeah.
What time did you go to bed last night? Is a key question.
Oh, was it like 12:45, 12:30?
So you're going about 4.5 hours of sleep then?
Yeah.
With a new haircut too.
Yeah, it is new haircut. Yeah, we got a Wednesday. It's a big day. It's an important day. So,
did you get highlights?
I did not get highlights. That's just funny. Never mind. I could have really dove into something there, Raff. But I'm not going to. It's a big day. It's a big day. Just simply because. Do you know what happens this evening? Marcus Freeman leads Notre Dame onto the field.
Oh boy!
And the Notre Dame had to get his haircut for Marcus.
I did. I knew Marcus was going to get one, so I was like, you know what? I'll get one as well.
Nick, I can't wait to dive into that topic with Indiana playing at Notre Dame. Yep. I'm going to tell you this, though. I'm going to tell you this. That facility of Notre Dame's is state of the art, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, their campus, the football facility, et cetera, is just absolutely amazing. It's a beautiful plot. It's beautiful.
Only the best.
So first of all, okay. So Nick, me and Raff understand you joined on with Detroit a couple years ago when they were terrible and they were garbage.
Yes.
When did your affection for Notre Dame come in?
It's not even affection for Notre Dame. It's more of an affinity for Marcus Freeman. I started.
Is this like a man crush or what is this?
I wouldn't necessarily categorize it as that. I think it was really, really interesting the way that he led like Cincinnati's defense back a couple of years ago. So I started following more so when it was going on with that. It was the way he led Cincinnati's defense. Then he went to Notre Dame as a defensive coordinator. And then it was during the whole Brian Kelly saga when it really started to turn for me, where it was like, these guys are 100% rallying around Marcus Freeman.
And
they wanted him, and they wanted him as well. They spoke up for him.
They spoke up for him. And I also thought it meant a lot, considering not a single member of the Notre Dame staff followed Brian Kelly, but instead stuck with Marcus Freeman. I think that speaks a lot to what kind of coach he is and how he is viewed in that business.
Nick, for Freeman to keep everyone with him, and to keep the stability there at Notre Dame and excel, not just keep them, but excel. Obviously, the hiccup earlier this season, but I don't think there's a team in the playoff besides Oregon that doesn't have a hiccup as far as that goes. For those guys to stay with him and to rally, because after losing to Northern Illinois, they could have just deep sixed it and said, you know what, we're done.
Yeah, could have folded. Absolutely.
They could have easily folded, and they didn't.
And statistically, they're one of the hottest teams in the country right now. I mean this with all bias taken out of it. I'll be rooting for Notre Dame tonight, but I'm taking all bias out of this here. That Notre Dame is a team that can certainly compete for a national championship this weekend and going forward.
Right.
I think that they have a matchup with Indiana that plays into actually one of their strengths. Notre Dame's really going to try to keep it low scoring, and they force a lot of turnovers. Indiana turns up the pressure, and they're going to try to either throw the ball downfield, or they're going to try to run it down your mouth. And unfortunately for Indiana, Notre Dame's strength defensively is going to be their rush defense. So it's going to be interesting to see there. The elements might play a little bit of a factor in it. It's snowing. Notre Dame's field is completely covered in snow right now out in South Bend. So the elements are going to be playing a part into it. Guys, I guess that brings up a good point. I am so excited to see meaningful games like this played on college campuses. We get so caught up and infatuated with neutral sites and playing in domes and climate controlled. And if I was a fan, I would absolutely want all three of those things. But as a spectator, where I'm going to be sitting on a couch watching it tonight, I cannot wait for these next 2 days where SMU goes to a snowed out Happy Valley, or where Indiana has to play at 199 miles away, and it feels like these two teams despise each other. But guess what? Everything is on the line tonight right now.
Yeah, it's and both teams are going to be acclimated, to the weather-wise, as far as that go. Obviously, both in the in-state rival that's going to take place tonight. So it's definitely going to be a game of will. Signetti will be tested tonight, big time. Indiana, absolutely. They have not seen the likes. Obviously, I take that back. Obviously, they played Ohio State and lost that game. Notre Dame at home, night game. I'm pumped. Yeah. I can't wait to get more, dive more into that as well. Raffy, what's the temperature looking like in Huntsville right now, bro?
Chilly. It's probably 38, windy.
So no shirt off today, huh?
No, but the key word Nick said though about that is the couch.
Yeah.
Watching from the couch, that's great. But nothing about Notre Dame tonight and that weather appeals to me at all.
No.
Yeah. 100%.
No. Nick, would you go if you had tickets, would you go to that game?
Absolutely. I would hope that I would maybe I should have requested a media pass. That's what I should have done.
See, me and Raff
on my way out to New York, I just stopped at the Notre Dame Indiana game.
Yeah. See, Raff and I are more fair weather. I mean, we love our squads, but we would much rather watch from indoors. I'm not going out if it's too hot. If it's too cold, I'm not doing that either. Not when I can watch it in a controlled environment.
Yeah.
That's right, though. Not doing it. But it's going to be a great game tonight. Well, folks, we got a heck of a show for you today. I've been delaying this and avoiding it, but we do have volleyball to discuss. We got volleyball to discuss. We got all the playoff games. There were some signings as well. Nebraska landed a wide receiver. We'll talk about that as well. Nick and Sip did a great job of that this morning, bringing up the young man that committed to Nebraska. So we'll get to that as well, folks. It is Friday. Eric, I'm not going to say Friday, but I just did. Nevertheless, it's a drive. It's a ticket. We'll be right back.
Slay the holidays this year with a gift that'll really get them going. One that's built to win, like the new Honda CRF-R Motocrosser. One that's built for fun, like a Honda Mini Moto. Or one for each member of the family, like a Honda CRF Trail Bike. At Rod's Power Sports, you'll find the motorcycle, ATV, or side-by-side they'll love. During the Honda Gifts That Go sales event, you can slay the streets in style with the Grom Mini Moto, slay the trails with the CRF 50F, or pile into a Pioneer 1006 Deluxe Crew that can carry 6 elves over the fields and through the woods all year long. This year, don't just give any gift. Give the gift of outdoor adventure with a ride they'll never forget. Don't miss out. Head to Rod's Power Sports in Lincoln, Nebraska during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event. It's your chance to slay the holidays and your gift list. Dealer participation may vary. See dealer for complete program and safety details.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old-fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Hey, it's Chad with Nutrition Authority inviting you to stop in and check out the #1 selling complete post-workout product, CPR. CPR is ideal for anyone who works out, exercises, or competes and wants to maximize results. CPR can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today, try a free sample, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Bryant at 402-467-1111 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-1111.
Hi, I'm Steve Carper for O Street Carpet. For Christmas, we're doing everything possible to help you spruce up your home without making a dent in your holiday budget. If you need new wood flooring, new carpet, ceramic tile, vinyl, area rugs, or custom blinds, you want to shop at O Street Carpet. We offer 12-month same-as-cash financing, Lincoln's best selection in stock, free in-home measuring, and we'll install it right away. 1732 O Street. We want to make you a customer for life.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. League One Volleyball is coming to Omaha this January. Featuring Olympic medalist Jordan Larson and Justine Wong-Arantes, Love Omaha Volleyball is Omaha's newest pro team. The inaugural season will showcase some of the world's best volleyball players, from medalists to NCAA champions and international superstars, with the action kicking off on January 24th at the Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Visit lovb.com for more information and to purchase tickets. Volleyball is the next major league.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Every home is different. Every family is different. So when it comes to a new heating and cooling system, why not get what fits you best? Get the perfect fit with Bryant. Maybe you need higher efficiency, better humidity control, increased warranty, or all the bells and whistles. Bryant provides options. Options in warranty, brand, comfort, and efficiency while maximizing savings. Call 467-1111 or visit BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Hello, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, it's been a while since we talked. Hey, what's the latest news at Honda of Lincoln?
It has been a while, Charlie. I hope you're doing well. Happy Honda Days is in full swing, and we have over 200 new Hondas in stock right now, ready for our customers to drive home.
Wow, that's the most you've had in a long time.
It is, Charlie. And we have great lease offers and financing from just 0.9% APR.
Hey, Andy, let me tell them about the pre-owned. They have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, with financing from 3.9% APR available. Incredible deals on new and used during Happy Honda Days, or if you need tires on your current vehicle, Honda of Lincoln is your best choice. Maybe it's time you experience the best. The Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Amon Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. It's Friday. Nebraska volleyball season concluded last night with the defeat against Penn State.
Raff, Nick, haven't accepted it yet. I literally woke up this morning. I'm like, we freaking lost last night, man. That was a tough pill, man. They're up 2-0. 2-0, and had a chance to finish it and just didn't get it done, man. You know, I again tip my hat to Penn State. That's a team that's beat us twice within 45 days, whatever it is, 30 days, give or take. But that was a hard one, man. That was a hard one because I thought this team this year was going to be that one, at least make it to the Natty. You know, at least make it to the Natty and see what happens when they get there. And obviously, it would have been an amazing spectacle with Louisville taking out Pitt, the number one team. It just everything was lined up, man, and just not to get it done was rough, fellas, for all of us, all Husker fans that are.
Is there any word from Rico?
No, just that he's flying back tomorrow.
Okay, I wasn't sure I had heard from him yet today. I don't know. That hurt. Ugh.
That was a gut punch.
Well, I think, guys, from a technical standpoint, I think Nebraska, and it's really unfortunate because with a program like Nebraska, you just don't see it very often. They kind of let off the gas pedal a little bit. I'm not saying they coasted, but you just saw their aggressiveness start to get dialed back, which is so unlike this team. They were up 22-16 at one point in the fourth set, and so many people are going to be discussing that specific, instance.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, I think it really started in the third set. Nebraska in the first four sets, they were down 2-0 3 of the first four sets. They were playing
on the scoreboard, at least in the early parts of the set, they were playing from behind every single time. And it felt like sometimes the aggressiveness just wasn't quite there. It felt like, outside of Andy Jackson and maybe Harper Murray had a lot of volume. She swung 58 times last night. But outside of those two players, Nebraska wasn't able to go to somebody consistently. Merritt Beeson struggled to find the floor quite often. She did all postseason, and Taylor Landfair had some really nice moments. But once again, you would have liked to see, maybe a Merritt Beeson step up there a little bit better, a little bit more last night. It's just Andy Jackson hitting 630. That's great. But towards the end, we saw Penn State start to really hone in on defending Andy Jackson, and they were able to at least suppress her for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Raff, what surprised you the most about last night's loss, man? If there was a thing, because Nick, as you mentioned, you had a Harper that swung 50 plus times. Beeson could not find her groove. That hurt. There were other players that stepped in here and there, but no one consistent. Just overall, if you're Cook right now, Raff, obviously you have a very young roster still. Yeah. This one hurts though. I mean, after what took place in Texas last year, this one hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just kept on. I just felt like in that fifth set, you just kept on waiting for that Nebraska surge, like that. I don't know, like the crowd, they feed off the crowd so well. You thought you had, enough fans down there. And I think they were trying, but it just didn't feel like they were clicking at all their cylinders. It just felt like there was something missing a little bit. I don't know. It was hard to explain, but I don't know. You just felt like we were just waiting. And it's like, come on, Nebraska, come on, and it just, they weren't able to, pull it out or even, make it really that fifth set really wasn't all that close for the most part.
It was just Nebraska playing from behind. You were just waiting for that Nebraska run, like you said, Raff. I mean, man, it's really unfortunate because you felt really excited about this team for obvious reasons. Lexi Rodriguez becomes the all-time career leader in digs, passing Justine Wong-Arantes last night. And Nebraska through two sets was looking like the national champion contender that they are. And then it something just kind of flipped, whether it was a mindset that Penn State had to where they had to kind of reset themselves of play point by point and win this thing one set at a time instead of, trying to really, press, I think. But the other thing was Nebraska's serve receive struggled at times. I mean, even for Penn State, it didn't feel like Nebraska was that aggressive on serves until they needed to be, and that sometimes dug them into a little bit of a deeper hole than probably they needed to. Penn State, they served aggressive last night. They had 14 service errors because of it, but they also had 7 aces. Last night, Nebraska had 6 service aces, and a couple of those came in that fourth set when they finally came from behind. I don't know. I look at the postseason, and you can only ask so much of an Andy Jackson or a Harper Murray. I think once again, you got to have some other people step up. Taylor Landfair and Merritt Beeson, they both individually hit below 200 in Nebraska's postseason this year. You just need a balanced attack, and that's what Penn State was able to have. They had Jeff Merzik, who was obviously their leader, but Caroline Juravicius, the former Husker, was able to help things out. Cameron Hanna was there as well for Penn State. There was multiple players that Nebraska had to try to defend on Penn State's side. For Nebraska, it was more so just focus on Andy Jackson and Harper Murray.
Penn State played with a lot of conviction last night. And like you said, Nick, they didn't, when they were down 2-0, they took a set-by-set approach to it. They didn't try to see, they were looking at the tree, not the forest. And before you know it, it's tied up, as far as that goes. Nebraska, unfortunately, like you mentioned, it seemed like, could be wrong, but it seemed like they laid off the intensity pedal, the gas pedal, if you would, and got more passive, less aggressive. And it cost us, man. It really did. In Penn State, and I said this earlier in the week, Penn State was playing for their coach in a big way. They played inspired volleyball, and you could tell they kept obviously throwing the camera to their coach, and they shared her story right after the Louisville game, And she's got a hell of a story, man. And like I said, I'm obviously I wish Nebraska was there, but I'm cheering like crazy for Penn State to get this thing done, because just the thing that their coach is over, what she's dealing with, the cancer, etc. And their players played with that same resilience yesterday. That's the reality. They were down.
You're not rooting for Danny Busboom?
No. They were. I'm going. You know what, man? With Penn State, all that she's dealt with, I'm pulling for, man. I really am. I'm really pulling for them. That lady has gone through so freaking much. Put it this way: I wouldn't care who won, but I am pulling for Penn State, man. Put it that way.
That's crazy.
Nebraska fans going to be rushing in now.
How
dare you?
Yeah, see, how dare you? I'm the only one in the studio here. I can't hold all of them off.
Yeah, Nebraska's out. Our squad is out. Our squad is out. So to me, at this point, I mean, yeah, granted, former Nebraska guy, I get that, but I'm going with I'm going to go with Penn State and ride with them and pull for them, what she's rolled through, what she's battled through. That's just me. Teach their own.
Anyway, all right, guys. Unfortunately, we're up against the clock here. We got to get to break because we're at the 9 o'clock hour. What's next? Are we talking Are we talking NFL and a little Bo Nix action, or
we got playoffs? We got college football. We'll dip into Thursday night first because I want to hear Rav's commentary on this.
I do too.
We'll dip into that.
That first hour flew by.
Yeah, it did. It did. We didn't start until 8:48 though, Raff, but it's all good. Hey, and you know what? On a Friday, it's all good, baby. It's all good. It's all good.
I was just giving people what they wanted. They said they wanted AD on the show, just no Raff, but
Wow. Shots fired.
Never.
Brody, unite.
Hey, I will say this though, Nick and Raff.
Here it comes.
That sciatic nerve, Nick. I'm telling you, dude.
Real talk, AD. Hey, real talk, AD. I think mine's acting up.
No,
it's up by my hip and it's going through my knee. My knee.
Bro, are you serious?
I had to call my buddy over. I had to call my guy. I was like, it's acting up. So,
well, I tell you what, me and you both, Nick and Raff, when you come back, if you come back, the body lab. I tagged them in my post. They said, come see us, and I'm going to go see the body lab.
100%.
I'm dreading the airport today. I slept. I had pillows up under my feet. Dude, I've not worked out, Nick, since Wednesday. And I was going to, and my buddy told me, he goes, dude, you're fine upper body, but don't do anything lower body at least for 7 days. He goes, at least that time. And so, morning, I got up. I'm like, you know what? Why do I need to do this? So I just went down and used that roller ball, just on the glute, down the leg, didn't lift anything, but just rubbing it. But dude, this airport is going to be tricky later today, walking through there. Because dude,
get the wheelchair.
You know what? I'm not going to succumb to that quite yet, but I might get on that cart and roll with it.
That's why I was standing during the first segment. That's why I was standing during the first segment. Sitting was because I was like, man, I can't get comfortable sitting down in these chairs right now.
When did it hit you, dude?
Like yesterday afternoon. I think my problem was that I did leg day and then I went and threw a bullpen. Like I threw a bullpen session and stuff. And I my whole body's aching. Like it's one of those when I sneeze, my stomach hurts.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's all over the place. Anyway, all right, back to serious stuff.
When we come back, folks, we'll do a short little history segment, and then we're going to hop right into the college football playoffs and the NFL. Nebraska also signed a big guy yesterday from out in California. We'll discuss that. So when we come back, it's going to be a hodgepodge of sports that we'll throw at you. Folks, it's The Drive. We got Raff in Huntsville, Alabama. I am in Nashville. AG is out today, but we got Nick holding it down at the mothership. It's The Drive. We'll be right back.
M Suits Clothiers, Lincoln's favorite men's store year after year after year. Located 1 block south of 56th and Pine Lake Road, stop in today to get your holiday shopping done.
and mention this ad for a free pair of dress socks. M Suits Clothiers. Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hi, I'm Steve Carper for O Street Carpet. For Christmas, we're doing everything possible to help you spruce up your home without making a dent in your holiday budget. If you need new wood flooring, new carpet, ceramic tile, vinyl, area rugs, or custom blinds, you want to shop at O Street Carpet. We offer 12-month same-as-cash financing, Lincoln's best selection in stock, free in-home measuring, and we'll install it right away. 1732 O Street. We want to make you a customer for life.
Husker Nation, Nebraska is heading to the Pinstripe Bowl, and J-Tech Construction and Solar is here to help you score big on your home this season. Buy any 2 trades, windows, siding, roofing, solar, gutters, or doors, and save up to 20% off. Don't wait until the final whistle. Act now. J-Tech delivers expert craftsmanship and unbeatable savings for your home. Whether it's a new roof, energy-efficient windows, or solar panels that power your home like a champion, they've got you covered. Call 402-261-3682 to schedule your free estimate today. J-Tech Construction and Solar, proud sponsors of Husker football.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue. It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a 1-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Nebraska's Christmas Light Show is back and bigger than ever. The Magical Lights of Lincoln Christmas Show runs from Black Friday through New Year's Eve at Sandhills Global Event Center. Bring the family for a show they'll never forget, featuring over 1.5 million lights. Cost is $25 per vehicle from Monday through Thursday, $30 on Friday and Saturday, and also $30 on Christmas Eve and Day. Purchase your tickets online today at ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com and get ready to experience a drive-through light show like you've never seen before. Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's special through December 31st is 30% off on Smithy pans. The Mercado is closed on Christmas Day and New Year's Day, and it wishes you and yours a very happy holidays. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Every home is different. Every family is different. So when it comes to a new heating and cooling system, why not get what fits you best? Get the perfect fit with Bryant. Maybe you need higher efficiency, better humidity control, increased warranty, or all the bells and whistles. Bryant provides options. Options in warranty, brand, comfort, and efficiency while maximizing savings. Call 467-1111 or visit BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Raising little ones is a big job, and you do your best to give them a good start every day. That means making sure they're well cared for while you're apart. You work hard, but it's not always easy to make ends meet. There may be help. Find out if you qualify for Nebraska's Child Care Tax Credit for working parents. You could be eligible for a credit of up to $2,000 per child on your next tax return. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Amon Grain on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. It is Friday. Wrapping up another week, big weekend of college football, big weekend of NFL football. Probably the best time of the year, I would say, for football.
Yeah, pretty close for sure. Absolutely. Guys, what we'll do, since we are running short on time, we'll just go straight from history. Won't take a commercial break. We'll just go straight into NFL and college football conversation, so we don't even need to worry about a commercial next.
Perfect.
Nick, I don't mind that at all. I don't mind it at all. What I am going to mind, though, is hitting this airport here soon. I don't want to deal with it, Nick. Raff, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.
Just let us know what happens on social media, okay?
I can't.
Well, some people.
I'm not gonna say a word, man.
Even when he's trying not to make a dig, he makes a dig. It just always happens. Always me. It's always me.
No, I'm not gonna say anything. Today will be a little different, obviously, because it's a Friday. It's the holidays. The airports will be a lot busier today. The thing is, I just have no expectations, so that definitely helps.
Yeah.
You know,
what happens. If you see AD in the airport, make sure you say hello.
You really talk to him. He loves it when you talk to him.
He loves conversations.
I will have the big headphones on today.
Yes, just wait till he puts it on mute, then you can talk.
Yeah, put it on mute. Well, let me get to our history segment right here. First, folks, the history segment. It's everyone's heard about testosterone replacement therapy, but how do you know who to trust? Ageless Men's Health is the nation's leader in testosterone and weight loss. No upselling, no unnecessary supplements, just real solutions. With a team of registered nurses and nurse practitioners, they look at your whole health and create a playbook you'll understand. They use best products, including HCG, to keep your body safe and protect your fertility. This is the best team in the game, and they're ready to earn your trust. Google Ageless Men's Health Lincoln and check out their 175 plus 5-star reviews. Gentlemen, my history segment today is this, okay? I miss college football the way it used to be, period. I look at, Nick, I was listening to you and Sip talk earlier about some of the new guys that we brought on. I was looking at the list of guys we've lost. And I'm telling you, I hate the way that college sports is right now. But you know what? Doesn't matter. It's the way it is. You roll with it. But I miss those days, man. I was just I was laying in bed listening to you guys this morning, Nick, and I'm just listening to all the different names because the reality is a year from now, we're going to be doing the same thing.
Yep.
There'll be guys there'll be guys out. And it's not just Nebraska. It's all over the entire dadgum country. I just miss consistency. I miss stability where guys are going to be. But this is, and you look at, okay, now throw this in. Yesterday, and I'm not sure if you guys, Nick, talked about it this morning because I was, like I said, I was off and on listening. The guys that are in JUCO now, those 2 years do not count towards their eligibility in college. It does not count. So you add that factor in there. Terrell Farley, the black shirt, put a funny text up, a funny post up yesterday on his Facebook. He goes, "Hey, man, I got 2 more years of eligibility." Because, Terrell came from a JUCO. Kareem Moss came from a JUCO. Toby Wright came from a JUCO. Tyrone Williams came from a JUCO. I can go on and on and on of the number of guys that came JUCO and put in work at Nebraska and other schools as well. But it's just, Nick, you think, and how do you even keep track of all that's going on? I mean, it's nuts.
Yeah.
It's nuts, you guys.
I imagine, Raff, like in one of the offices, there's just a ginormous whiteboard that has every player laid out exactly how many years of eligibility they have left. And the worst thing that could throw a program off completely would just be if somebody just went and erased it.
Does John Butler make the call to Terrell?
They probably have a much more secure way of holding that information than just a whiteboard, but that's what it's envisioned in my mind.
They got like the Whopper computer.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's bizarre. The junior college part, I more so am curious on that stuff and like in basketball as well.
Yeah.
To where guys that, I'll be curious to see. Obviously for me, it's more so, even like baseball is one that comes to my mind just because if you don't have grades or if you don't get recruited the way you probably feel like you should deserve to be recruited out of high school, it's not a knock to go on JUCO. Not saying that it ever was really. It's just from an academic eligibility standpoint, it's not so much of a knock on your transcript. And man, the sun is bright.
Money G in Kansas, what's up? He just said the text, Nick, with the sun in your eyes.
I'm hurting. I am hurting. I'm talking with my eyes closed, but then I'm starting to fall asleep because I'm a little sleepy, and so it's like I got a whole thing going on right now. Anyway, though,
Raff, with those 2 years left, man, you figure we peel back. It's you peel back a whole different scenario with athletes when they come from a JUCO too, man. It's just like you almost, are you sitting there a little bit, Raff, just going, okay, what's going to be next in this bizarre world that we're living in in college athletics?
Well, I was just thinking about this too. It kind of is going to serve as a feeder.
Mm-hmm.
Like now you can have those. You'll probably see the connections with the college, top division coaches talking to these junior college coaches and being like, all right, hey, we have a guy here, not quite scholarship worthy, but close. How about we send him to JUCO for a year or two? And then when we have a scholarship open up, we'll give you a call, and make. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of just how they interjoin with each other, because I have a feeling you're going to see some schools almost using these JUCOs as like a minor league.
Yeah, you figure, one of our Heisman Trophy winners, Mike Rozier, was at Coffeyville before he got to Nebraska. So, Raff, I totally agree with you. They could use it as a feeder, almost as feeder schools. You think about back in the day with
almost like the new walk-ons, kind of, sort of.
Absolutely. You think about what Bill Schneider did, Raff, back in the day when he took the job at K-State. And Raff, you know the story, Nick, you may not. When I took my recruiting trip to K-State, they were literally giving away tickets in 1992 and 1991. They literally were giving away tickets. And I told my mom, it's like, I ain't coming here. I was like, I'm not coming here. They were literally out in the streets of Manhattan, giving away tickets to people to come to the game. There were more band members than as far as the football. And Bill Schneider, he took over that program and he went very heavy JUCO. Because there's so many JUCOs, number one, in the state of Kansas, a ton of JUCOs down there.
Yeah.
And he built, you think about Michael Bishop. That's just one name to throw out there. A lot of those guys were, and Raff, I know you know a number of others. Those guys were JUCO guys. And what Coach Snyder did at K-State, the way that he built that program, he said, you know what? I have a slew of JUCOs right here within a rock's throw of my office. I'm going to build this program. Literally, it was kind of like the transfer portal before the transfer portal started, because he realized I don't have time to get kids from all of my roster from the high school ranks. I'm going to get some, but I need right now guys. I need today guys. I need immediate impact guys. And that's how he built that program the way that he did. And obviously Prince came in, and we know what happened with that without saying anything. And then he comes back and builds it back up again. But Snyder relied heavily on the JUCO as far as that goes, man.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I don't think the JUCO ranks aren't bad. I think what we do nowadays in the new landscape of collegiate athletics, I think we really hone in and forget sometimes about the other sports, or overlook how decisions can impact other sports, because we just think so much about football. And while it's so important, like I am genuinely interested to see like revenue sharing and how it impacts Nebraska men's basketball, or how it impacts Nebraska volleyball. Right. I made this comment on early break yesterday, guys, and Texas Tech released kind of their plan, their outline for revenue sharing. And it was like 15.1 million of the 20 and a half are going to go to football. Understandably so. Nebraska's probably going to follow a similar model to this as well. Men's basketball will have a little over 3 million. Baseball for Texas Tech gets 390,000. Women's basketball was at 410,000. And then the all other sports are about $920,000. And I think about this and I was trying to play like the interchangeable game with Nebraska specifically, of like, okay, Nebraska baseball probably not going to get what a Big 12 or Texas Tech program for baseball is going to get, and that's fine. So do you sub in Nebraska volleyball to where the baseball was there, or with women's basketball? But then it's one of those things of, how do you justify for a program that at that point when I was having this conversation was getting ready to play in a Final Four game, and for a program that we just pencil in to make the Elite Eight every year? Like I every time Nebraska makes a run, or and it's every single season Nebraska volleyball has, we just pencil them in to make the Elite Eight, to fight for a spot in the Final Four. And then when we talk about revenue sharing, what we hear most about it is football and men's basketball. And then so to bring that into it is like, Fred Hoiberg's getting hot right at the perfect time. He has a chance to make back-to-back NCAA tournaments. He has a chance again this year if he goes to the big dance to win Nebraska's first ever NCAA tournament game, right when revenue sharing is becoming a thing. So it's just going to be fascinating. And then on top of that, Amy Williams just got a 5-star recruit. Nebraska women's basketball is the top 25 program. There's so much to it. There's so many layers to this onion, to where I'm genuinely interested to see how it all pans out, because how much does Fred Hoiberg's success and trajectory over the last 3 years play into it? How much does Troy Dannon being here instead of Trev Alberts, where he's more of a football mind instead of an Olympic sports type of mind? I really am curious on just kind of, if we know and kind of have a guess on what's going to happen with football, but what about everything else?
Right.
Exactly. It's gonna be wild.
It's going to be wild for sure, man. And it's like you're almost waiting for all that you said there, Nick, especially with Texas Tech breaking that down. I think Nebraska's will be similar fashion in how that where those monies will go.
Yeah.
I know sometimes people say, well, why can't we get this guy? Why can't we get this gal? Why can't we get this guy? Particularly on the football side. Well, now in this day and age, now it's about money. And we'd be remiss to think anything else. It's about money. And Wool and Company, your Coach Cooks, your Coach Amy Williams, your Coach Hoibergs, all of those coaches across the board have to be very, very mindful of what they're paying who. So sometimes when people say, why can't we get this guy? Well, the guy's freaking price tag may have been 1.2 million or 500,000. So sometimes it's not about Nebraska, not them when it comes to Nebraska, not Nebraska not wanting to get these guys and gals. It's a money thing now. And I think that's one thing that people forget. And even myself, at times I'm like, man, why are we getting that guy? Well, and we know things as far as what it's costing some people. People are getting paid.
Yeah.
You look at a Dante Dowdell that left. You look at a lot of those guys, not all of them, but some of them left because the bag was bigger. The day and age, because it's Nebraska or because it's Alabama, because it's XYZ, those days are done, man. Those days are done. So you got to be very careful how you're splitting that bag up, man. And it's just a crazy world we live in right now.
I'd be fascinated, Raff, to see if you asked or polled, 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 5,000 college football recruits or 300 top college football recruits. I would be fascinated to see the results on their priority list, because I think what AD said is absolutely correct in that NIL and the money piece is certainly a main driver for a lot. When to bring Nebraska specifically into this, I still feel there's a part of me that still feels like winning is a pretty high on that priority list as well. And the reason I say that is especially through the transfer portal specifically. Through the transfer portal, I think guys look for a couple of things. Certainly, in some situations, it's NIL money. And to use a specific example that just unfolded 72 hours ago, I think of Isaiah World, the Nevada left tackle who transferred. I'm pretty confident through the conversations that I've had that was not Nebraska. He didn't pick Nebraska because of an NIL deal. It wasn't a Nebraska. Wasn't at the table with enough. It wasn't that. I think it was, however, and the same could be said when Oregon was pitching against Texas A&M for Isaiah World. It's guess what game we're playing in, and look what game Nebraska and Texas A&M's playing.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a combination.
So I think it's a combination, but I'd be really, really intrigued to see if you polled and questioned like 300, or whatever it is, whatever number, and said, show us on your priority list. Because to AD's point, I think the fact of the name is low. I think the quote unquote blue blood status is low on the priority list. I think in some order, depending on the recruit, it can either be the NIL infrastructure or they're winning.
Yeah.
So I think you want that combination, because you can get a ton of money, which I think the ton of money is going to win out. But if, say, you're close with the money, then you're looking at, okay, who can give me the more notoriety? Right now, Texas is that school. They're playing in the playoff. They have more, I guess you'd say, going for it. So they would probably be the advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And so I just think that when you look at Nebraska, it's easy for us to sit here and say winning solves everything. And I think that in this college football playoff, we're even seeing it through the transfer portal with Indiana right now, where Indiana's able to go to a recruit through the portal and say, hey, look what we did with these 11 transfers last year. 6 of Indiana's best players played at James Madison last year. They can pitch the conversation of, this is exactly what we're going to do with you. This is how we're going to operate. And this is what you have a chance to become. And if you don't believe us, look at what we're doing right now. So I think there's that piece to it. I will never forget, and in this recruiting conversation, just for the folks that might not have heard this story or this clip, Kenny Dillingham last week was on a radio show, and I told you guys this, so I'm sorry that I'm repeating this. But Kenny Dillingham was on a radio show last week down in Tempe. Kenny Dillingham, the Arizona State head coach, he was asked by a sports talk radio host. He said, "Hey, well, what's different? What's so different about this year that people are starting to gravitate towards the Arizona State football program?" And you guys know this, Raff and AD. Arizona that was actually a pretty good football program these last couple of years under Jed Fish before he left for Washington. And Arizona State was actually quote unquote little brother in that state for these last couple of years. Kenny Dillingham, first time head coach, comes from Oregon, where he was the offensive coordinator, goes to Tempe. And number one, he didn't misidentify on his quarterback. He gets Sam Levitt in after 1 year. And he also goes to Sacramento State and gets Cam Scadaboo. And so a running back who finished, top 7 in Heisman voting this year as well. And the talk show host asked Kenny Dillingham, he said, what's so different about this? What's so different about this year and the response that you're getting? And he said, guys, nothing's changed. He said, nothing in the way that I'm talking to kids, nothing in the way that they're talking to me has changed. He said, the difference is that we're winning. He said, instead of me pitching, hey, this is what it's going to look like after a 5-win season, he said, I'm pitching it to him after a double-digit win season and after we're in the playoff. And that's when I think it really started to shift for me mentally of, yeah, you know what? Despite all this NIL, winning still, plays a pretty big factor into it.
Yeah.
You win games, it cures everything, man, as far as that name.
Totally.
Nick, say his name again, the Arizona State running back's name. Say his last name again.
Cam Scadaboo.
Say it again.
Scadaboo.
It reminds me of Kaboo. When little dogs. When it was
yeah.
Kaboo. I want some Kiboo.
Yeah, Scadaboo.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Folks, when we come back, we are going to talk playoffs. There's a lot of games that starts tonight. In-state rival there in South Bend. Indiana will take on Notre Dame. Want to get into that and all the games that are going on tomorrow as well, because there are a lot. NFL and college. We'll dip into the college playoffs when we come back, folks. This is Drive. We got Raff in Huntsville, AD in Nashville. We got Nick holding down the mothership. We'll be right back.
It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
M Suits Clothiers, Lincoln's favorite men's store year after year after year. Located 1 block south of 56th and Pine Lake Road, stop in today to get your holiday shopping done and mention this ad for a free pair of dress socks. M Suits Clothiers.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
At Midwest Bank, they want to thank all the generous donors who helped make their 2024 Turkey Drive for Schools a success. Thanks to the generosity, they raised enough money to provide 153 families across 6 different schools in Lincoln with a full Thanksgiving meal. With your support, they made Thanksgiving Day for those families a little brighter. They want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Hey guys, it's Nick. You know how much I love beer, and this game day, show your Husker pride with Dear Old Nebraska Brew, the official beer of the Nebraska Alumni Association. Brewed by Nebraska fans, for Nebraska fans, Dear Old Nebraska Brew is your go-to for every kickoff, touchdown, and celebration. Whether it's tailgating, watching the game at home, or gathering with friends, this beer is there to bring that perfect game day refreshment. Dear Old Nebraska Brew embodies the spirit of Nebraska with every sip. So crack one open and let the good times roll. Dear Old Nebraska Brew, the official beer of Nebraska alumni. Please drink responsibly.
The bell rings and the school day starts. The future of our fiber hoods lies in their hands. That's why Allo Fiber invests in schools, students, and the next generation of leaders. If you sign up for Allo service between now and December 31st, Allo will donate $50 to the school of your choice. Joining the Allo Fiber family isn't just about crazy fast, reliable internet. It's about giving back to your local community and investing in what matters most. Switch to Allo today and we'll donate $50 to your chosen school. Visit allofiber.com/education to make a difference now.
Davis Plumbing is a locally owned company specializing in a wide range of plumbing services for both commercial and residential customers. Davis Plumbing has been in business for over 15 years and has a team of experienced plumbers ready to help you with any project, big or small. Customer satisfaction and peace of mind is their number one priority. So for any commercial or residential project, give Davis Plumbing a call today at 402-525-6922. Davis Plumbing, locally owned and operated for over 15 years.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in December. Try one of their delicious breakfast sandwiches or grilled breakfast burritos. Don't forget to snag a gift card for stocking stuffers and bring your family in from out of town. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Just like Nebraska volleyball, we know what it takes to build a championship caliber team right here in Nebraska. At Lincoln Industries, we're proud supporters of Nebraska athletics and even prouder to be creating quality manufacturing jobs for our fellow Nebraskans. With outstanding health benefits, wellness programs, and a winning culture, we're bringing that Husker spirit to everything we do. Ready to join a team that's as committed to excellence as you are? Visit LincolnIndustries.com to explore all our career opportunities and be part of our growing Nebraska success story.
New year, new you? Barrel's Extreme Body Shaping can help make sure you keep that resolution this time. Our proven system combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition, along with our expert coaching to make sure you're moving forward toward your goals. The next 10-week challenge starts January 11th, but if you enroll now, you can start today and get a head start on those gains for no extra cost. Plus, head to fxblincoln.com and you can save $100. Don't wait. Barrel's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
Be sure to check out the top-selling Recomp. Recomp helps build lean muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Recomp is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Recomp can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
If you're sick of catering from the same places every month, it's time to switch things up. Mulberry Barbecue is perfect for business lunches and dinners, family gatherings, holiday parties, wedding receptions, rehearsal dinners, and so much more. Delivery and full service options are available, and they can cater for anything from 10 people to 500 people. Call them at 402-937-7114 to look at their menu options and get your catering booked today. Mulberry Barbecue, located at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Amon Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Amon Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This show is proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance or you need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Honda's team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Got more.
Can I ask you guys a question before we start our college football talk?
I suppose.
Did you all know what a free kick was last night?
Yes.
What's that?
Did you know what a free kick was last night? In the Broncos game, they did a free kick.
I did not see that part.
Okay. I was laughing because so what happens is you can fair catch the ball and do a free kick with no pressure, and it counts as 3 points like a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
I did not see that last night. Okay.
And they did it. It was the first time it had been successful since 1976. And I had a ton of people texting me going, "What is this? What is this? What is this?" And funny story. The year after Coach Osborne retired from coaching, remember he did those coaching football classes down at the university.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the first year I happened to get into the class. I wanted to be in it so bad because I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's be awesome." So we're in class one day, and Coach Osborne asked the entire class. There's probably about 300 people, give or take. He goes, "Does anybody know what a free kick is?" And I'm sitting next to Dominic Raiola. Dom looks at me and goes, "I have no clue." He's like, "Do you know?" And I'd heard about this rule back in the day. So I raised my hand. Coach goes, "Yeah." And I answered that question, the free. So that's how I always remember the free kick was I showed Coach Osborne that I was a guru that day. But actually, what's funny was it surprises me that Nebraska never did that because that was one of Coach Osborne's he was very yeah, this is something we'd like to try sometime, but it has to be under the right situation because you can do this at any time. But the thing is usually there's time on the clock. So you want to get closer to get a field goal or score points. But the way it worked last night there was no time left in the first half. So you have one play. You can either, throw a Hail Mary or you can attempt what would have been 57 plus 10. 57. Would have been like a 64, 65-yard field goal.
That's right.
I elected to take that free kick from 57. So it sucked that it happened to the Broncos, but it was cool to actually see it come to fruition.
Well, and it helps. It helps that there was the penalty on the punt as well, right?
Yeah.
And that part certainly helps too.
Thanks, Nick. I was trying to leave that part out, but
You're welcome. You're welcome. Guys, we got a question on the text line here: 402-464-5685. Jordan says, "Guys, thoughts on Indiana being a one-hit wonder? I imagine in the long run, Kurt Cignetti will make them mirror more of an Iowa model than not." Initial thoughts on that. Is Indiana a one-hit wonder?
I honestly can't say. I don't know. I don't know. I think obviously this year Indiana's not sneaking up on anybody anymore as far as that goes. Cignetti brought a large amount of guys, I think 17 guys, give or take, from JMU with him to Indiana. Next year, I don't know. I mean, and I have no idea if they are or not. It'll be interesting to see, put it that way. I have no idea. I think next year is when you'll see what type of coach Cignetti really is. And I'm not saying he's not proven it this year because he has proven it. And I don't want to take anything away from Cignetti either because besides the Ohio State hiccup, they have played great football. Obviously, they beat the brakes off Nebraska. I think the tape will be next year with for me at least, where I can respond on Cignetti whether we're one hit wonder or not.
Raff?
I think maybe not the total success of what they've had this year. I don't think they'll be a one-hit wonder. I think he's got that kind of that confidence about him. Just that I don't know. There's just some people that have it, and it just seems like he's one of those guys that he just believes he's going to win wherever he goes.
I would be 100%. I'm in that boat as well, Raff. I think we're going to find out, kind of combining both of your points there. I think he's gotten a couple of intriguing pieces out of the portal so far in this offseason. One at running back, and they're going to have to replace Justice Ellison at running back as well. So that'll be something to watch. But they went out and got an experienced guy in the running back room. I'm interested to see quarterback, because one thing in storyline that is frankly getting overlooked a lot with Indiana, we talk so much about the James Madison transfers. We talk so much about Google Me and everything. He being Kurt Cignetti did the one thing that as a college coach you have to do correctly if you want to survive in this business, and it's correctly identify a quarterback. He correctly identified and was able to bring in Curtis Rourke as somebody that fit what they wanted to do. Tony Sinceri, who is the quarterbacks coach that now left for UCLA, he's going to stay with Indiana through their playoff run. However, he's going off to UCLA to fill Eric Bieniemy's shoes as the offensive coordinator after this season. So whoever Kurt Signetti ends up bringing in, and I just saw that they hired the Atlanta Falcons passing game coordinator as their new kind of co-offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach. Whoever they want to do and bring in, he's got to fit. They can't misidentify on a quarterback in year 2, similar to the way that they didn't in year 1. Curtis Rourke's a big reason for their success. A steady hand at quarterback, doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes, makes the necessary throws, and fits their scheme really well.
And two, also, I give a lot of credit to the coaching also, because if you'd have told me Curtis Rourke last year, I would have been like, okay, Ohio quarterback, decent, So,
well, he was MAC Player of the Year 2 years ago, Raff.
Yeah, but it's still not one that's going to be like, hey, this is the guy that's going to take us to the college football playoff. So I give a lot of credit to Signetti and his staff for, I guess improving him past to what he was.
Well, better talent around him, right? More complete talent around him, certainly. He wasn't asked to throw the ball 50 times a game because they got 2 really good running backs in the backfield. I guess if we were to do prediction time here, guys, and maybe in the next segment, because we're up against the break, we'll talk about outside of Notre Dame, Indiana tonight, what game intrigues you the most. But if you had to put your prediction cap on tonight, South Bend, Indiana, Bloomington is 199.5 miles away to be specific. This is, it's pretty intense. The weather's not going to be good. Snow is on the ground. It's going to be cold. That plays into the strength of both of these teams. This could very well be a 17-3 type of game, a 13-3 type of game. Like, this is one of those where it's going to be cold, and whoever's tougher somewhat prevails. What do you guys see happening tonight?
Go ahead, Raffy.
I think Indiana's going to get the full taste of the history, the pageantry of Notre Dame tonight. You're going to have the little elf running around, or whatever it is. The elf
on the shelf.
looks like an elf to me. Now, leprechaun's going to be out. They're going to catch the full brunt of that. So it'll be interesting to see how they handle that environment. I know they've played, big teams, big stadiums, but playoff game, Notre Dame. It's going to be a wild scene tonight. I hope for a little bit of snow. That'd be cool.
The field's covered. The field is covered right now. So
keep it coming.
There you go. All right, go ahead, AD.
I see Notre Dame probably getting this game 17-14. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, but I see Notre Dame sneaking it out 17-14, something of that nature. Again, it's a home game. And to Ralph's point, they're going to see the full pageantry on display at Notre Dame. I just think those guys, I think the best thing that happened to Coach Freeman and his team was losing to Northern Illinois. I really do. I think that was the best thing that happened to them, because they have not looked back since that game. And if you look at it statistically, just far as stats, it's remarkable what they've done since that game. They have been on a rampage. I'd be shocked if they drop this game tonight. So I'm thinking, and we come back, we'll talk the other games too. But I'm thinking Notre Dame 17-14. Notre Dame pulls this one out.
Is there an avenue to where Notre Dame wins by double digits, guys?
And when anything's possible, I don't see it being double digits, but you push it, Nick. But I don't see it double digits. But you know what though? It could be, but we'll see.
Here's why I ask, and this is why I ask, because through all the issues weather-wise, through all the adversity there, Notre Dame's defense is legit. Going into this season, if you asked anybody around Notre Dame what their strength was going to be, it was their defense. They returned Xavier Watts, who is a locally known name because he went to Omaha Burke. Xavier Watts won the award last year in college football for the best defensive back in college football. Could have gone to the NFL draft, elected to come back to Notre Dame, has only improved his draft stock with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. He's going to be potentially a day one NFL draft type of guy, Xavier Watts is. The reason I say that, Riley Leonard at quarterback might not scare a whole lot of people. He does not scare a whole lot of people. He transferred in from Duke last year to Notre Dame. I would say is talked about in a similar breath to Curtis Rorick. Am I incorrect on that? Do you guys view that similar?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's why I say those things. Notre Dame's defense is what they really hang their hat on. They allow less than 2.8 yards per carry. It's second in the country in rush defense. I mean, that is what Notre Dame does defensively.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at their last couple of games, this is against opponents like USC. This is against run the ball opponents like Army, like a Navy, like Georgia Tech, Louisville. They are winning. They're putting up 40 plus points in every single one of those games. And they have not allowed more than 2 touchdowns in any of those games.
Yeah.
So you're talking about margins of 4 touchdowns or more. And so that's why I ask, is there an avenue here to where, despite the weather, Notre Dame just comes out, is able to limit the offense of Indiana, and they do enough on the ground to where it's kind of, it never feels close, but on the scoreboard, it's like a 28-10 type of game where it's not a blowout, but it was never really felt close.
Notre Dame is a team that's going to, they're going to capitalize off any mistakes you make. And capitalize is not all the time with Notre Dame scoring as far as that goes, guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just getting the ball out of your hands and taking 3 or 4 minutes off the clock and then pinning you deep again. So obviously you would like points, but Notre Dame, if you look at their schedule this year, they just haven't just like beat the brakes off teams. They methodically played chess while a lot of the teams are playing checkers, and Freeman has come out on top, obviously with the exception of Northern Illinois. But to your point, Nick, those stats are glaring. They don't allow you to do a lot. And you look at tonight's conditions, it's going to be a cold game, possibly even snow during the game. Notre Dame is going to make you pay the price. So Cignetti's going to be tested big time tonight, in my opinion.
Raff, if I look at this and I go, if Indiana can't run the ball tonight, they have no chance.
Yeah, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those games that Indiana is definitely going to have to come out of the gates fast.
Absolutely.
And put Notre Dame on their heels, because if it's one of those games where if Notre Dame gets their feet under them and, starts running the ball well, and then I know that, he had a bunch of players come from James Madison and stuff like that, but I don't think that, they're probably the caliber of athlete that what Notre Dame has, on their defensive side of the ball. So it'll be interesting to see how it all matches up.
Jesse from Milford says, I have family in Indiana. First of all, good morning to you, Jesse. I have family in Indiana. They are IU alumni. They have been in South Bend since last night. Indiana fans are ready for this game. Jesse, that is awesome. Hope your family has a great time there in South Bend tonight, my man.
Signetti said he doesn't want the participation trophy.
Well, and that's the thing. So here's what's crazy, guys. Another angle to this, and this is something that Bill brought up this morning. And just to remind folks, it's not like Notre Dame controls the ticket allotment. So you talk about Indiana's ability to go into South Bend if they're able to start fast, like you said, Raff. If the Hoosiers can start fast, maybe you take some wind out of the sails of the stadium of the Notre Dame faithful, and you get your Indiana crowd that, once again, is less than 200 miles away. You get them going in South Bend. Then you're talking about a completely different feeling in that stadium that could favor Indiana towards the back end. You got to start quick. I feel like this is one of those where if Indiana can get the ground game going, which is hard to do against the Notre Dame defense that's been really, really good at run defense, but if Indiana's able to do it, man, their offense, we saw it against Nebraska, run the football. They're able to throw the back shoulder fade as like some of the best programs in the country, and Indiana can be really difficult to stop.
Absolutely. Folks, when we come back, unknown texter, Big Hoss. What's up, Big Hoss? We'll talk about this when we come back as well. We're going to go a tad bit longer. It says, so how do you think that Nebraska's defense will be better, just as good with what we watched and what's been brought in so far? Were they comparable? We'll discuss that a little bit when we come back. Nebraska football, obviously, we did a signing yesterday. The young man out of California. Nick, what is his name again, man? I want to make sure I get it correct.
Isaiah Hunter
out of the University of Cal, committed to Nebraska as well. So that's a big get for the Huskers as well. So we'll discuss that. And who we got coming out, and obviously the games that are coming up tonight. We talked about Indiana taking on Notre Dame tonight in South Bend, and there's a lot on the plate tomorrow. We'll be back, folks. It is Friday. It's The Drive. 937 Ticket. Be right back.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
At Midwest Bank, they want to thank all the generous donors who helped make their 2024 Turkey Drive for Schools a success. Thanks to the generosity, they raised enough money to provide 153 families across 6 different schools in Lincoln with a full Thanksgiving meal. With your support, they made Thanksgiving Day for those families a little brighter. They want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Are you looking for affordable drinks and a great atmosphere this football season? Highball Bar has you covered. Whether it's pregame tailgating, postgame festivities, or in-game celebrations, Highball Bar is the place to be. With $4 beers, $4 mixed drinks, and more during their 4 to 8 p.m. daily happy hour, Highball Bar will quickly become your go-to place to sit back, unwind, and be your team's #1 fan. Highball Bar, located in downtown Lincoln, just 3 blocks from Memorial Stadium at 122 North 11th Street. General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Slay the holidays this year with a gift that'll really get them going. One that's built to win, like the new Honda CRF-R Motocrosser. One that's built for fun, like a Honda Mini Moto. Or one for each member of the family, like a Honda CRF Trail Bike. At Rod's Power Sports, you'll find the motorcycle, ATV, or side-by-side they'll love. During the Honda Gifts That Go sales event, you can slay the streets in style with a Grom Mini Moto, slay the trails with the CRF 50F, or pile into a Pioneer 1006 Deluxe Crew that can carry 6 elves over the fields and through the woods all year long. This year, don't just give any gift. Give the gift of outdoor adventure with a ride they'll never forget. Don't miss out. Head to Rod's Power Sports in Lincoln, Nebraska during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event. It's your chance to slay the holidays and your gift list. Dealer participation may vary. See dealer for complete program and safety details.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in December, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep the clubs out year-round. Book your holiday parties at Double Eagle Golf and make plans to join them for a New Year's Eve party. Gift cards make a great stocking stuffer for Christmas, and don't forget to look ahead to 2025 as spring leagues begin in February. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
Hey guys, it's Nick. You know how much I love beer, and this game day, show your Husker pride with Dear Old Nebraska Brew, the official beer of the Nebraska Alumni Association. Brewed by Nebraska fans, for Nebraska fans, Dear Old Nebraska Brew is your go-to for every kickoff, touchdown, and celebration. Whether it's tailgating, watching the game at home, or gathering with friends, this beer is there to bring that perfect game day refreshment. Dear Old Nebraska Brew embodies the spirit of Nebraska with every sip. So crack one open and let the good times roll. Dear Old Nebraska Brew, the official beer of Nebraska alumni. Please drink responsibly.
At Koppel, during the holidays, we take time to cherish our terrific staff, community, and loyal customers that continue to drive that money-saving mile to Louisville, Nebraska. Hi, this is Sean Callahan. I can proudly say I bought my car at Koppel. If you are in the area, I invite you to stop by Koppel Chevrolet GMC's offices in Louisville or check them out online at koppelcars.com. On behalf of Koppel Chevrolet GMC, Merry Christmas and safe travels to all.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday Season. They are thankful for many things this year and every year, and hope that everyone is able to enjoy time with family and friends during this joyful celebration. This important message comes to you from Bart and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
This year, give the gift of delicious food, incredible service, and a lasting memory with the Pillar Restaurant Group gift card. When you purchase a $50 gift card, you receive a $5 bonus card, or purchase a $100 gift card to receive a $20 bonus card. These cards can be used at all Pillar Restaurant Group locations, including Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, The Butchery, The Bakery, and all Lincoln Good Sense Deli Fresh Subs locations. Available for purchase at any of our concepts or online at prgnebraska.com.
New year, new you? Barrel's Extreme Body Shaping can help make sure you keep that resolution this time. Our proven system combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition, along with our expert coaching to make sure you're moving forward toward your goals. The next 10-week challenge starts January 11th, but if you enroll now, you can start today and get a head start on those gains for no extra cost. Plus, head to fxblincoln.com and you can save $100. Don't wait. Barrel's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
Raising little ones is a big job, and you do your best to give them a good start every day. That means making sure they're well cared for while you're apart. You work hard, but it's not always easy to make ends meet. There may be help. Find out if you qualify for Nebraska's Child Care Tax Credit for working parents. You could be eligible for a credit of up to $2,000 per child on your next tax return. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Amon Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. Ooh, Nick with a little bit of a shimmy right there.
What can I say? It's a Friday.
Well, I'm already getting text, Raffy and Nick. It says, because of the delay on your flight from Nashville to Chicago, you have a shorter connection to flight from Chicago to Lincoln. So,
Hey, that's good, though. That's good. Shorter connection.
Yeah. But what that sometimes means, those two, is that flight is going to just get bumped altogether.
No.
We'll see what happens.
No.
I could care less because my business is done. So if it's delayed or whatever, it is what it is.
Whoa. AD, we have business tonight.
I know, possibly. if I get back.
We're
gonna make it happen, dog. We're gonna make it happen.
Hey, I do want to shout out my good buddy Trey. It's his birthday, or it was his birthday. It was his birthday, and that is what we're celebrating tonight. So, nice. Trey, happy belated birthday! He works for our friends of the station, Sandhills Global. Mm-hmm. Trey, shout out to Trey.
Trey Day, happy birthday, brother!
Big tall man.
Yep, big tall Trey. Absolutely.
Big tall Trey.
I think you partaked in the 32 tacos with us that night, didn't you?
I don't know. Did I partake in those 32 tacos?
You ordered it from my phone. But nevertheless.
Why do you think we're hanging out tonight, AG?
Well, there is a lot of action going on tomorrow. Pro-wise, my Steelers take on the Ravens at 3:30. That's going to be a game. Nebraska basketball plays Georgia Tech tomorrow at 4:30, and that game will be there in actually in Atlanta. As far as that game's, the women take on Georgia Tech tomorrow in Atlanta. 23 Nebraska. Amy Williams takes her team to Atlanta. They play Georgia Tech, who's rated number 17. As we talked about a few days ago, Nick, you brought that up. Nebraska women's they're in the teeth of that schedule going on right now. And then the Texans play the Chiefs tomorrow at 12 o'clock. There's so much going on.
Stupid.
Patrick's playing.
Yes, he is playing. Patrick
Stupid
Mahomes.
NFL.
Yes, he is going. He's going to play. Now, as far as the playoffs go tomorrow, the first game kicks off. We talked about, of course, Indiana, Notre Dame tonight at 7. But then tomorrow you got SMU versus Penn State at 11 o'clock. SMU, I think, is going to be in for a rude awakening when they go into Penn State. Yes, Nick, it's going to be very cold.
It's going to be frigid.
It is going to be frigid in State College tomorrow. 11 o'clock game. Real quick, fellas, what's your predictions on that? I want to go through all these real quick. What's your prediction, Raff? What do you got? SMU, you got Penn State.
Penn State.
Penn State's favored by 8.5. You got Penn State, Raffy?
Penn State. Let's ride.
What do you think, Nick?
It's Penn State Nittany Lions.
Oh my God.
Penn State Nittany Lions.
Penn State. Clemson takes on Texas at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Clemson and Texas. That game, of course, is in Austin. Who do you guys got in that? Texas is favored by 12 in this game tomorrow. Who do you guys got between Texas and Clemson? Texas 13, Clemson 16 in the country.
Texas.
I think Clemson is not getting talked about enough. Cade Klubnik is a pretty good quarterback. I don't think Clemson's good enough to beat Texas, though. So I think Clemson covers, Texas wins.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think they definitely cover, but I think Texas gets it done there in Austin. Tennessee and Ohio State at 7 o'clock. That game, of course, is up in Columbus. You guys, I think this game in particular, for me personally, I think this is a must-win for Ryan Day. Not just because it gets advanced the playoffs, but I think if he loses this game, I'm not saying he gets fired, which was ridiculous to even think about. I think it gets very loud, though. I think the seat gets very hot in Columbus. I think you start hearing a lot of the fans speaking out more. I mean, heck, they lost to Michigan, and you've seen what was going on during that whole deal. So I think Ryan Day must get this win. I'm not saying they have to win it all. Obviously, they'd like to win it all, but he's got to get the Boo Birds off his back for this game. So yeah. I'm going with Ohio State on this game, but I think it's going to be a closely contested game. The spread's only 7.5, Ohio State, and I think it's probably going to be about 7.5.
Raffy?
Well, Tracy's sister and her boyfriend got tickets for the game. They're making the 490-mile trek up from Alabama to be. Her boyfriend's a big Tennessee fan, so I don't know. My mind says Ohio State, but I'll probably be rooting for Tennessee so they don't have a long ride back home.
There you go.
Here's where I land with this one, guys. This is hard for me because I picked Ohio State at the start of the year to be the national champion, and that's what I thought. I thought that when you look at the wide receiver room with Emeka Egbuka coming back, and then you added the 5-star phenom freshman Jeremiah Smith, I thought it was going to be really, really good. And then not to mention the two best running backs in the country in Quinshon Judkins, who was the number one running back out of the portal, and they were able to also retain Travion Henderson. They go out and get an experienced quarterback in Will Howard, but the honest to God truth is that he's been no better than what Kyle McCord was for Ohio State. That tells me that everything with Kyle McCord last year and the whole issue, it wasn't a Kyle McCord deal. It was an Ohio State problem, whether that's coaching, whether that's just schematic. I don't know what it is. It was an Ohio State issue. And I wonder, with those running backs against Michigan, they were only able to muster 70 yards on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
This Tennessee front on the defensive side of the ball is much more complete and much better than that Michigan front four. So I sit here and I think if Tennessee's able to stop the run, I don't trust Will Howard to be able to make a big throw right now.
Yeah.
And so through it all, then you add on top of that the injuries on the offensive line for Ohio State. I think Tennessee goes in and pulls this one out. And I think it gets real uncomfortable for the former Texas A&M athletic director Ross Bjork and also the former Nebraska president Ted Carter. I think it gets real uncomfortable up in Columbus, Ohio. And that's hard for me to say because, like I said, I picked Ohio State at the start of the year to win the national championship.
Yeah, it's Ohio State. There's an immense amount of, all of the reasons you just outlined there, Nick. There's an immense amount of pressure on Ryan Day tonight, man. I mean, tomorrow. You lose that game, Ted Carter and company, there's going to be some serious yelling from the Ohio State fan base if they lose that game at home. At that, like I said, this is the first game since the debacle against the team up north, as they call them, in Michigan, but in Ohio. But this is a must-win, Nick. I agree with you. Like I said, it'd be cool to see Tennessee get it. And like I said, heck, I'm impartial with all these games. I don't give a dang who wins any of them. But for Ryan Day, this is a must-win. He cannot lose this game at home. Absolutely cannot.
Yeah.
Raffy, Nick, let's do our final goodbyes, man. Let's do our final goodbyes.
Forever?
Well, maybe until I see you this evening. Well, now I say my flight departs at 1:42, so we'll see what happens. It keeps
Instead of what time?
It's not that far off. It was supposed to leave at 1:15, so it's only 30 minutes off.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
So I'll be all right.
Yeah.
But even if it does, dude, I could care less.
Maybe when AG connects at Chicago, you guys can just meet up. You can divert a private jet to Lincoln and then just swing up to Green Bay.
I can get on AG's PJ. That'll be work. That'll work. That'll work.
Exactly.
But yeah, the flight from here anyway is only an hour and 10 minutes to Chicago, hour back. So
Whoa.
Whoa.
It sounds like is AD making popcorn over there? It's
Threw my earbuds out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. Raph, what do you got for RGT, Raffy?
All right, everybody. Today's Ralph's Good Take goes out to my buddy, Santa Claus.
What?
And the reason why the Ralph's Good Take is going out to Santa Claus today is just think of all these shopping malls and all these places that he's having to go to while still getting prepared for Christmas. And so all of Santa's helpers and everybody that's assisting Santa, so all these little kids can sit on their lap, get their pictures taken. So my Ralph's Good Take goes out to Santa Claus and all of his helpers and everybody that's helping get, Santa out in the public to be seen before he heads out on the 25th for Christmas. So Santa, your Ralph's Good Take.
We're very pro. This is a very pro Santa show. This is a very, very pro Santa show. So big fans of Santa on the drive.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Oh, man. The 80s attitude adjustment.
Funny,
What's that?
What's so funny?
I'm just laughing, man.
It's just a good day. It's just a good day.
Yes. It's all about Santa. 80s Attitude Adjustment is sponsored by the Body Lab, which I will be going to when I get back in town. I need it bad.
They'll
The
give us
Body
a
Lab.
2-for-1.
Oh, man, big time, man. Located at 14th and Yankee Hill, offers everything from physical therapy, trigger point dry needling, a cold plunge tub, and also infrared sauna. Learn more and schedule your appointment with Rachel and her amazing team today online at thebodylab.lnk.com or visit them at Lincoln and 14th and Yankee Hill at the Body Lab. Folks, 80 Attitude Adjustment for today, and I was sharing this with the audience yesterday. When teams get in, and I actually scribbled some notes on this. You think about football in the 2-minute drill, there's a sense of urgency. You start seeing these storages of energy from teams. They just start kicking it in. They just start going. I mean, they're playing with a sense of urgency because they know there's 2 minutes left. Well, life is that way as well. Folks, we're all on the clock. We are all on the clock. And Raph, you even bringing up Santa Claus, my mind went back just as a kid and just the beauty and magic of Christmas, all the special times. Folks, relish this time. We are all on the clock. Live daily like it's the 2-minute drill. If you're playing, play. If you work, you work. If you're enjoying family, man, enjoy your dadgum family because we are all on the clock. Have that same sense of urgency as teams do when it's a 2-minute drill because reality is this, we are all in the 2-minute drill. Raph, take us away, my man.
Or you throw 2 incomplete passes and punt the ball and get a free kick against you. Hey, I've moved on.
I have 2 words to say before we go to break. Go Irish. Go Irish.
All right, everyone.
Jesus. Marcus Freeman.
Nick, well done this morning, bro. You put in a good 5.5 hours already, man. It's not
Thank you very much.
Well done, my brother.
Always grinding. Always grinding.
Here I am.
Be nice to each other, everyone. We'll see you on Monday.
We'll see you, fellas.